Welcome to another Ziva Math video. In this video, we'll learn about solving equations that include decimals with examples for 1 and 2-step equations. You'll need to be able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide decimals accurately, so check out the links to our decimal videos in the description below if you need a quick review. Let's take a look at our examples. So our first example, we have m minus 3 and 82 hundredths equals 5 and 73 hundredths. And remember, with our variable, it doesn't matter what it is, x, y, m, z, you're going to treat it all the same. We also need to remember that in our equation, our left-hand side of the equal sign is equal to the right-hand side of the equal sign, which means we have to keep it balanced, that whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So if it's helpful to you to have a line drawn through the equal sign to make sure that whatever you do to the left side, you do to the right side and keep that equation balanced, let's go ahead and draw that line. Now, what we want to do is we want to get our variable by itself. And in order to get m by itself, it means that our negative 3 and 82 hundredths has to become 0 because we don't want it on that side of the equation with our m. And to get the negative 3 and 82 hundredths to 0, that means we have to add 3 and 82 hundredths. And if I add 3 and 82 hundredths to the left-hand side, I have to add 3 and 82 hundredths to the right-hand side. So let's focus on the left-hand side first. With our variable m, I didn't do anything to the variable. That variable m is still there. I didn't add another m, I didn't subtract m, I didn't touch the variables. So the m is still on the left-hand side of our equation. Then we have negative 3 and 82 hundredths plus 3 and 82 hundredths. Well, that's 0. We can show that by having m plus 0, but we know that m plus 0 is simply m. So on the left-hand side of the equation, now I have my variable isolated and all by itself. On the right-hand side of the equation, we need to do the addition work that we just set up. We're going to be adding the 5 and 73 hundredths to the 3 and 82 hundredths. And you're going to do that just like adding decimals as normal. So when you do set up your equation, think about where you might need to line digits up, where you might need to line the decimal point up so that you can work it quickly and easily. Otherwise, you're going to want to go out to the right-hand side and rewrite that portion of the problem because when you add decimals, we keep that decimal point lined up. So we have 3 plus 2 is 5, 7 plus 8 is 15. We keep our decimal point lined up, and then we have 1 plus 5 plus 3. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 3 more is 9. So m equals 9 and 55 hundredths. In this example, we have 2 and 5 tenths x plus 7 and 3 tenths equals 12 and 5 hundredths. And we're going to be solving this equation. And even though the equation has decimals in it, your basic steps aren't going to change. You're going to need to keep the left and the right side of your equation balanced, meaning whatever happens to the left-hand side needs to be done to the right-hand side. So if putting a line through the equal sign helps you to do that, go ahead and add that line to your equal sign now. Our ultimate goal is to get the variable by itself, to get x isolated by itself, but for right now, x is grouped with a 2 and 5 tenths x. So for right now, our goal is to get that part of our equation by itself. And I have 2 and 5 tenths x plus 7 and 3 tenths, and the way we're going to get the 2 and 5 tenths x by itself is we're going to do the inverse operation, which means we're going to be subtracting the 7 and 3 tenths. If I subtract 7 and 3 tenths from the left-hand side, I have to subtract 7 and 3 tenths from the right-hand side. Something else to make note of on the right-hand side, because I am subtracting decimals, you want to think about setting the problem up so you get the pieces lined up, your digits and decimal lined up, so you can do your subtraction right here in your problem. Otherwise, you'll need to go out to the side to do your subtraction steps. We're going to start on the left-hand side. the 2 and 5 tenths x. We didn't add or subtract anything to it. There's nothing else with the variable. So our 2 and 5 tenths x is still there. It's still 2 and 5 tenths x. Then our 7 and 3 tenths minus 7 and 3 tenths is 0. And I know that 2 and 5 tenths x plus 0 is just 2 and 5 tenths x. That's what I'm going to have on the left side of my equation. On the right-hand side of my equation, now I'm ready to do the subtraction step. So 5 minus 0 is 5. 0 minus 3, I need to regroup to be able to do that. So I'm going to regroup and I'm going to have 10 minus 3, which is 7. I'm keeping my decimal point lined up, and 11 minus 7 is 4. So now I have 2 and 5 tenths x equals 4 and 75 hundredths. Now I'm ready to isolate x. I want to get x all by itself. And right now I have 2 and 5 tenths times x, so my inverse operation is to divide. And I'll be dividing both sides by the 2 and 5 tenths x. So on the left-hand side, 2 and 5 tenths divided by 2 and 5 tenths is 1, leaving me with x isolated by itself. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to need to divide 4 and 75 hundredths by the 2 and 5 tenths. So I am going to need to go out to the side to show my division steps. And the first thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to move that decimal in the divisor one place. So I'll need to also move it one place in the dividend. So now what I have is 47 and 5 tenths divided by 25. And the first thing I need to do is I need to bring that decimal point straight up so it's in the correct place in my quotient. Then I have 47 divided by 25. And 47 divided by 25 is 1. 1 times 25 is 25. And then I'm going to subtract. 7 minus 5 is 2, and 4 minus 2 is 2. So now I need to bring down the 5, and I'm bringing it straight down. So I have 225 divided by 25, and 225 divided by 25 is 9. 9 times 25 is 225, and when I subtract, I get 0, and I have nothing more to bring down. So x equals 1 and 9 tenths. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to Ziva Math for more videos.